Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 4 of my world record attempt. Today I wanted to take the time to answer some questions. Henry's been in the comments asking a couple things, and I appreciate your questions, man, and I'll do my best to kind of answer them. To start, there was a question about the square size, right, for the grids. I build, if you watch my perfect grid video, you'll see that I talk about 23 down, right? And that's this. Perfect is exactly 23 blocks. And that's the buildable size inside a tile. The actual tile line is a perfect space, almost top and bottom from this. And it's exactly one more tile. So the tile, if you go white line to white line, so it would be exactly in the middle of these two, right? Like right here, if you went white line to white line and then all the way up to this white line, it's 24 boxes exactly. You know what I mean? I cut the one in half to make a buildable area, so you got the 2 blocks on this side and then the 3 blocks on this side if it was just a small encased in the white grid, if that makes sense. So I count 23 as my buildable, but the actual white dots on the box is 24 by 24. As far as my grid, if you're building just residential and office, I'll break them. I'll break the whole thing into 4 boxes, right? And the buildable works out to be 4 boxes of. It works out to be 24 on the outside too, right? See how that's 2448 or whatever, and then the inside 2 are 2200 because I have that half a piece on each side I'm missing, right? So it works out to be 2200, and then another 2200, right, for that other half a piece on the other side, and then the 24 for the full. So if you want to break it into full, you have to do them like that. I would suggest if you're doing zoned industry though, you do them, as I said in a different video again, do them by 2000, because 2000 is probably the most you want to allow. And what you have to do if you do that is you got to compensate, right? So you can do another 2000 and you'll end up with 5 boxes across, right? And then obviously if you wanted to start from the other side, right, let's see, it comes down to there, and then we'll do 2000 from this side like that, and 2000 again, and then you end up with this middle space, and I think it's 1600 it should be, if I'm thinking properly here, yeah, or 1200, sorry. So you end up with this middle space that's a little bit smaller, and when you have zoned industry and stuff, it actually works out good because you can put all your services and stuff there. So you have these nice bricks on the outside of it, and you have a little service spot in the middle, but your blocks aren't so wide that your traffic's going to build up on you. You'll find if you do the blocks wider than that, you'll start getting a lot of unmet services, and it's just because they have such long streets to travel down. You have to put them more often instead of if you just chop them by like the 2000 or 24 at most with the residential and office. It'll make it a lot easier for you, and all the services can get everywhere. I wanted to do an introduction to stacks too. The computers like being broken down into their essentials, right? So any stack you ever want to do, sorry, I'm trying to find my thing. Any stack you want to do, the best way to do it is to break down all the streets into their 3 individuals, right? And then you can put a middle lane as a double if you want a little more priority. I did this one wacky because I have all the traffic in my city going through this, and this has been kind of what I've been working on since the last video, is trying to figure this thing out, because all 3 of these highways are just hammering this thing, and I keep blinking off 95 and then it goes down a little bit and I adjust it, but I'm hoping that I can get it to some kind of setup. But sorry, I digress from the highways here. If you break them down into their little spots, it makes it a whole lot easier. And one thing I found, like if you're just coming into a map, so I hope I saved it lately, I don't know. If you're trying to start off your highway, it gives you this nice dot here. So if you come out here, and then it will give you your second one. So what you can do is you do the dots like you're going to do it straight, and you do 1 click over. And now, because there wasn't enough space in between them for the 1, 2, 3 on both sides, right? it would have been too crowded to put them all in a row nicely. So you have to do them on the curve outwards, like these ones. So if you do that, you get your nice one space, right? So it'll hit it perfectly, like obviously if I lined it up better. But it'll give it the tip out, and now you can do a perfect 1, 2, 3 together, right? So it's got the one, and you can get them nice and close. Come on now. Sorry, I'm trying to rush here. I'm seeing them over my video time, but you can do a perfect 1, 2, 3 together. One advice I actually wanted to give for this. So if you're doing a stack, I'm gonna get away from all this nonsense. If you're doing a stack and you're trying to line up your roads, a lot of people will do the one and then they'll go to do the rest of them, and then it puts them like a mile away and they don't have that crisp, nice feel to it. So a good trick for that is if you do instead of the one, do a double. Because when you do the double, it lets you pull right beside in the middle. The big streets won't do it, but the little highways won't. Sorry. But it'll let you pull from right beside it. Jeez Louise. See? So you can get them nice and crisp, and then do a double again. And then you can come back on the center again and do a double this way. You know what I mean, though. I keep messing it up, but you get the idea. That it'll let you put it right beside it every single time without having to screw around a whole lot, right? Because that can be so frustrating when you're trying to make some nice roads, and then they just keep spacing you way too far. So if you do that double, it should help you out. Okay, so I don't know. I hope that helps a bit. If there's anything else you guys want to know, then I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for all of you guys viewing and everything. Thank you to Marianne M for encouraging me to do YouTube, and to the JR guy who's always in my comments. So good luck, have fun, I hope this helps.